Hey, good morning, folks. We are back here at TCF, and as you can see, they have the lights on. I pretty much they moved the lift here, and they're doing a lot of work in there. So I need to concentrate on putting the speakers in here. Probably gonna go in between this light right there, and then the equivalent back over there, right there. While I got this, they got the stuff in the way. The plan is to try and get the speakers done, but I need to run an extension for the DMX control of the lighting. But they have everything sitting in the front, so that's going to make that very difficult to get up there and to do that. But we have to work within the confines of what we got. We go from there. So let me get most of my stuff in here, and I have to work around them. Because they're finishing up the stage, it looks like, and then, I don't want to be in their way. I don't want them to be in my way, and we just gotta work harmoniously to get all this stuff done. So let me get in here and we go from there. All right, so working backwards, they have some extra tiles. I'm gonna put the speakers on this instead of having to, run all over the place. Plus the lift is here. Worst case scenario, if the lift isn't fine, we got the ladder here. And since this one's already here, just gonna scoot this over. And like I said, it is gonna go in between this one in line with the sprinklers. Alrighty, we got 2 more of these to do, 3 more of these to do. These are gonna go here in the entrance, and then we gotta do the other ones in the drop ceiling down there. Might as well get the other free tiles here, so I have plenty of spaces just in case we mess up on here. All right, that's one. Now to see where they moved my cable to for that side, or might just pull another one over there. I know I have 2. I don't know where they put the other one. So let's see. All right, we got both speakers here in the back. Hopefully the wires were not moved, but they should be there. And then now let's move to, I'm gonna use this ladder to extend the DMX control. All right, so this is where my cable was, and it looks like it was pushed back on that other side. So I gotta figure out how in the world to get my cable from over there now. That stinks. All right, the ladder is not tall enough for me to get there and grab them 2 cables. So I do have my push rod, so maybe I can grab my push rod and pull it. And then I gotta run another cable over to the other lights up there. Alrighty. I don't know how this is kind of like wedged in. I think it's just because of the electrical box that's behind there. So I'm gonna have to remove that. I'm not gonna do that now, but I did run 2 Ethernet cables to each one of these just in case. So when they put everything in place, I can always come back, pull that off, and then terminate them. I don't think they're needed, but I do have some blanks that are meant to cover those up, the jacks that are not being used. I just need to move the other 2 cables to the other box, and then this part is done, and then we'll go to the ceiling speakers back there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and put the Dayton in here. I'm gonna probably, because of how big it is, these will be supports to go up under it. And I left my drill down there. Whew. Tired. But anyway, and I have a brushless plate that will go here as well too. Alrighty, all done. And like I said, I have an extra surge protector that I did not return. That is what's going to keep the UDM, the 24 port PoE switch, the UDM powered up, as well as the Dayton DAX66. These need to stay on. This might change, but the idea is to keep this on so that anybody can play music at any point in time, whether the sanctuary, anybody's in the sanctuary or not. They still haven't connected this, but what I'm probably going to do is this stuff is done. I'm going to terminate all of my jacks here, and then this will be done. And then I do have that extra extension too. I forgot that I left, yeah, the extension for this, so I can run the extra fiber optic down there, and that's what will bridge the gap between the two switches. All right, we got these two terminated, and then this extra cable I ran here last time, this is going to be for the lighting control, so I'm probably going to run that through that hole there and then fish it down and then put maybe a plate right here for that. But while I'm doing that, let me finish this and then we'll address that. All right, all of this is done, and I think what I'm going to do is open this up, and then I'm going to run another cable that's going to be the audio control right here. Or I could put it over there and just run it down here. I think maybe like the zone audio control I might put right here. But all of those are done. And then when I do the audio control, we can put those in their positions as well too. And actually, let me do that and do all of the other speakers back there as well too. Alrighty, so I got these marked off. This is hollow. The stud is right there. So that's going to be an Ethernet cable for the other control for the sound, for the overall zone, which would be up here. And that would be the control just for up here. And then the other one is going to be for the lights that I have right there. So I am up here preparing to put this projector mount up here. But when I pulled on the cables, I look over here and they're tied around this. So I'm gonna have to come. Well, you know what? I don't have to do that. I got more than enough slack in these cables. So all I'm gonna do is cut these cables here, and then I have more than enough for what I need to do. All right, so here's another reason why I'm glad I got that 3D printer. So I thought they were going to close off the ceiling, but it doesn't look like they're doing that. So what I'm going to do is I saw a 3D printed access point mount. So I'm going to have it and go in between there, and it'll hang from the strut here. So I need to go home and print that. That probably won't be done until if I get home and print it overnight, maybe. But that's what we'll do. Have all this extra speaker cable. I might have to return two of the speakers since they're not closing the ceiling up, and I might have to get like wall mounted speakers or something for that instead. I am tired. So what's going to need to happen tomorrow? I can't do this so much tomorrow because I have a meeting in DC. So what am I going to do is cut the holes here, and then just like they're doing with the steps, I'm going to have to take a chunk out of the out of the ceiling to find my cable and put it, and then just screw it back in so that they have a place to patch it back up, because that's what they're doing right now with the steps. So I'm going to do that. We got the holes here. Like I said, I have to run the rest of the cables to get the speakers in here done, in the classrooms done. Upstairs, got to figure out, I don't want to put that work in there if they're going to close off the ceiling or not. I ran my extra cables because in my frustration trying to get to the cables that were wrapped around, that's actually the cables that were supposed to be for this projector. So I ran some more cables that were longer that I can extend to go to the projector. It looks like I left my Klein connectors, compression connectors at home. So we'll connect those. That cable is ran. I need to get back here and extend the back camera that's going to be over the utility room. So that's easy to get to right here. Camera, speaker, internet. I need to bring some wire nuts because I forgot for that. Speaker here is done as well too. We got the panel here. I need to get a longer screw because of how sunken in the wall is. The screw isn't long enough for this, so I need one for that. Close off that. That's going to be a brushed plate, so it just passes through. All the TVs are going to just have brush plates to pass through all the cables. Hopefully, we'll be able to get up here and hang the projectors tomorrow. If not, that'll have to be Thursday. I have to run the cables in the wall for the low voltage and for the extra Ethernet cable. Well, now that they've cleared out the room, maybe I can do that real quick. Nah, I'm tired. Like I said, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna open up a hole right here so I can reach in and pass the cable over. Get that done. Hang that speaker. Hang these speakers here. And then in the classrooms. And then the only speakers that are left are the ones upstairs. Access point upstairs is another thing. The classroom tomorrow, that's what I'm going to do. The access point, I did that panel. I need to open that up to put a panel. Open that up to put the panel back where this was. And I think that's about it.